Hello, I'm Joan, and this is Bits and Pieces from the studio, in which I take you with me and give you a glimpse of how I create my art as an independent artist. This is the space where it all happens. It's just me, my instruments, a cup of coffee, a pen and a notebook, and that's all I need to be a professional noisemaker. When I'm in the studio, I try to experiment sounds as much as possible to sort things out and find what tone feels the most truthful to the song I'm creating. Sometimes it clicks right away, sometimes I've got it in mind after writing the first couple of lines. Other times it takes a full hour to decide whether or not the lead guitar should be overdriven or not, or if I should just let her do her own thing. I'll try different amps and pedals, different microphones, until I get exactly what I had pictured from the very beginning. Now, let me tell you a bit about my recording process. As you already know, I play every single instrument that can be heard in my songs, but I can't play an acoustic drum kit, so I usually start by programming a drum machine, or sometimes I just hire a drummer who can record my tracks for me. However, once I've got those drums set, I move on to the bass to give the song its heartbeat. I try to keep it clean and straightforward and powerful. Sometimes the groove steals the spotlight, other times it supports all the other guitars, which are the next instrument I get onto recording. My little rule is rhythm guitar holds it down, lead guitar owns the crown, which obviously means I will record acoustic and electric rhythm guitar first and then lead guitars after. My multiple rhythm guitars tend to have a warm and full tone, rich in bass but still bright to complement my vocals, which are very high-pitched. Then it comes to the lead guitars, one of my favorite steps of the recording process. I like them to stand out and cut through. They're usually very bright and sharp and raw, full of personality. Ordinarily, I write nothing more than a handful of riffs that I then develop improvising into solos. It keeps the song alive and real, and it keeps you on your toes. It is now time for singing. I sing the harmonies first so that everything is set for the lead vocals. And when it comes to those lead vocals, it's a nosedive. As I compose all the music and write all the poetry and lyrics, it's vital for me to portray the emotion I want to pass onto an audience. As every instrument I play, I record the vocals too, all in one take, singing the song from start to finish. Later, whilst mixing, I'll pick the take that feels the best. No comping, no patchwork, ever. Once all those tracks are recorded, mixing is where it all comes together. I balance all the instruments, shape, tones, choose how to pan, and make sure that everything sits right in the mix. It's all about letting each part breathe. Although self-producing and self-mixing is basically me arguing with myself, I've got my cup of coffee and a growing collection of "What was I thinking about?" keeping me company. Time for the final mysterious step, mastering. Just me, headphones, and a lot of tiny adjustments that most people won't even notice. But I do. And after all those hours, days and weeks alone, stepping on stage is the most worthwhile moment. It's when the art stops being mine and it becomes ours. So, this is how it all comes together. If you want to listen to my music, you'll find everything on my website and on my official channels. Make sure to follow me on my social media for more updates and more glam rock. Bye!